The era of the super team is dead.
Love it. All right, he's done. Thank you, Chase.
Oh, you're good. Okay,
I agree.
His on-base percentage is 1,000.
Yeah,
I think he walked. He walked on
that strike zone.
He's got a
can't hit that
4-inch strike zone.
If you needed It's a Wonderful Life reference, thanks for tuning in.
There it is. Your standard issue, early May, It's a Wonderful Life reference.
Howdy,
Howdy.
gentlemen. How you doing?
Thank you.
Howdy.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Juice Boy Show. Three brothers-in-law stupid enough to start a weekly sports podcast. Too stupid to stop after 39. Oh, big 40, almost there. A sports podcast for the sports morons, by the sports morons. We are bound by the three B's, boys. Anyone remember what those are?
God, we haven't said that in a long time.
I know. Booze, betting, and bullshit.
Oh, yes. I'm so impressed with you remembering.
Yes. I was going to say, guys, I don't think we give ourselves enough pats on the back for being three brothers-in-law who like each other enough to actually start a weekly sports podcast. Like, just name, I bet we're the only, the trio in the world that like each other enough to do this, right? It's not normal.
So.
We're not normal.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah, this is not normal. Shows drop every Friday, as you guys know. Shows drop every Friday. Be sure to follow on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, as long as it's around, I guess, for all the latest updates and other fun pieces of sports content. The show's blown up like the hopes and dreams of the super team, the Phx Suns.
Oh, yes. I'm so happy. So happy.
They got
Hey,
the
Joe,
booties
you
kicked.
remember last week when Cody was pushing back on us saying that they need to drop KD out of the top 15 from this season?
Yeah, right?
How did that go? How did that go immediately afterward?
How is he? Where is he now?
Not great.
I'm
the third turd. We got Juice Boy Joe and Chris, us three brothers. I love each other so much. We are back again, episode 39. Guys, what are we drinking?
My amazing artist wife just finished up an awesome another mural up in Chris's neck in the woods, she came home.
Pictures. It looked great.
It's amazing, and she came home with this, my friends.
Oh,
a beautiful
Costco stop off. Is that what that is?
Costco stop off.
Costco stop off. We love
Elijah
it.
Craig. I love it. And since we are talking about the Kentucky Derby this week, I made myself a mint julep.
Ooh.
Oh,
No,
my God.
I'm just bullshitting.
Oh,
I was so impressed for a moment. Oh, that would have been beautiful.
That would have been a great call. Our Kentucky
amazing.
Derby special.
Oh, mint
because we know
juleps
so
are
much
so
about
good.
horses.
Yeah, I wish I could make a mint julep. I just didn't have the ingredients. I didn't put in the forethought. So
That's fair.
We don't do that. Yeah.
Ironically, I made mint simple syrup this weekend because we were doing some trial run stuff for a friend's wedding. I didn't even think ahead of the opportunity that presented to make a mint julep here today. So I'm drinking Buenos Aires whiskey.
Ooh.
Oh, interessante. This is the first time that you've had Irish whiskey on this show.
So that same night that we were doing all the rundown of different cocktail options, another buddy also showed up with a bottle of Irish whiskey and was like, "Hey, this is really good. Also, I'm leaving it at your house." So I really appreciate that. So that's what I'm drinking.
Thank you.
I'm switching mine up. We got a 114 proof called Granddad.
Oh,
Wow.
that's excellent stuff. That's really good.
It's well, it was also a Costco stop, but man, 114 proof. I had to put a little lime in
Your
there,
Costco
too.
has old Granddad? I'm extremely jealous. That's really good stuff.
Well, it's like $24. Are we talking about the same
It's
one?
like, oh yeah, no, it's
Okay.
the best like bang for your buck whiskey, and it kicks you right in the teeth. It's fantastic.
It's a dick kicker, boys.
It's so good.
Super good so far, but yeah, not very smooth. Right.
Yeah, that's something that
Burning
usually
my
gets
throat.
bought up really quickly. So you should definitely buy at least 7 cases.
Fair
Now's the
enough.
time to invest.
I will do that.
In your
We've
liver.
been talking about this. That this is a progression in your life. That you might start brewing beer, and then you start grilling meat, and then you start collecting and drinking whiskey. So you might have skipped the first couple. Let's just go right straight into the whiskey your connoisseur stage.
And then it always ends at scotch. Just scotch. Just old man
guess.
scotch.
I want to feel it in my nose.
Guys, I got story time. I feel like Joey always got good stories. I got a good story.
All right. let's
I was
go.
just in Las Vegas.
Yes, you were.
Yes.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Me and my uncle.
McCoy on the streets reporting.
Did
How
you
was
leave
Vegas?
with their money or did they take yours?
Did you know they added a third green dot on roulette? Motherfuckers.
what?
What?
Yeah, at least where we were playing. I put some money down. get screwed by the third green, and we're so confused and lost of like,
I've never heard of that.
So I think what casinos are doing, at least the strip ones, they're just moving all these traditional games slightly differently, where you don't even realize it.
Look around at the glitz and glam of untold amounts of money that they've made over the last century, and they're like, we don't have quite enough of it.
Yeah, like let's slide our odds
just a little nudge.
Yeah. And we got screwed by the third nipple, the third green.
That makes me want to bet
the
green
third
now.
turd.
I can't believe it. But anyway, we went golfing twice. Played at Angel Park. The mountain course was beautiful. Hardest greens I've ever played. One of those, if you read it perfectly, God knows if it was still going in or not. And then we played at the Las Vegas National, which is where my boys, the Rat Pack, used to play. Was made in like 1958.
Oh, that's awesome.
Buddy Hackett had a house on the side that you get. It's where in casino where they land the plane on the golf course.
Nice.
So we played that course. The hardest second shot course that I've ever played, because now I realize why all those boys drank so much back in the day, because so much damn sand and then just a landing strip of green. Played with two dudes on their bachelor party. They just flew in, so they may be dead now. We don't know. They were two brothers.
You haven't checked in?
No, one brother was claiming he was going to kill the other brother who's getting married. I believed him because the other brother, he was playing with one golf cleat and one skate shoe. So I'm like, you guys are off to not a good start in this bachelor party experience, and you haven't really
That's exactly what the bachelor party experience is.
Yeah, that sounds like they.
No, but they were sober. I was like, oh, you guys are gonna die early. Like,
well, they might have. Would they just got there dressed like that sober?
They flew in that morning and went to the course.
These guys are a
and
shit show.
Yeah,
okay. Never mind. They have no excuse.
Yes,
get it together.
I know they're listening. They may be dead now. Who knows? So I just want to shout out to the guy getting married.
Yeah, shout out to the bachelor. Bold move with the single golf cleat. I love it.
And it took me for 12 holes to ask him, because I'm like, maybe he's just doing something I'm not. Maybe he's smarter than me. Maybe he figured something out, and I'm too stupid.
Level.
Because he was bombing balls. But
I would have asked him immediately. Hey, I'm Joey. What's up with your shoes?
Yeah. Well, he was actually four holes late also. So
what?
These guys are shit shows. How did the marshal let him catch up?
The marshal picked him up. The marshal picked him up, and on hole 4, he comes in with his cleats not matching. His brother is bombing balls all over the place, but can't anything short. It was terrible.
Oh, okay. So the brother was there from the get-go. He gets dropped off at hole. Okay, I thought both of them.
This is why he's going to kill him.
4. Okay.
Mm-hmm. This is why he's going to kill him.
One guy showed up.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Have a good wedding. We'll hear back to the news.
Best of luck.
Anyways, boys, we got a sports doc. We got a big potato. We got squeeze of the week, Kentucky Derby picks at the end, plus a stat of the day. But first, we have a little shorter docket, so we thought we'd fill some time with the official rules of Juice Point Golf. It's that time of season, guys.
It is. It's getting there.
We have formal rules.
So excited.
Where we can have fun, we can compete, we can drink, but we have a lot of rules for this we've developed over the years. So we thought we would can this up, sell it for 3 easy payments of $19.99 to the Juice Junkies. So the big one is 1 mully per 9. We really need that.
Yep.
Yeah.
1 mully per 9, easy, and then the big debate we've been having is, if you don't use the mully, do you get -1 at the end of your scorecard? We haven't really ironed that one out.
No, you either use it or you lose it.
Okay. Well,
die
that's a
on that
debate.
hill.
1 mully per 9. Ready golf, obviously. None of us are that good where we really care about that. 1 breakfast ball. That's a big one. It did start a breakfast ball before noon. It subtly bled into
your first shot.
Just get a
brunch ball, dinner ball, whatever meal you need.
Whatever time twilight ball.
Yeah, but that very first swing, you've got a do-over without impacting your 1 mully per 9.
Yes, that's right. That is right. One of our big rules we've developed over the years is if one loses a ball in the shit, and they can find a ball in the shit, even if it isn't their ball, a stroke is not incurred. It has to be in the general area.
Yeah.
But it's mutually agreed upon.
There's also some kind of a gentleman's, sportsmanship here, where I can just find it, be like, "That's my ball," and then be like, "Wait, Joe, you're not hitting that ball."
No one's going to check.
No one's going to check. So we've just agreed. If you just find a ball,
you had a white one go in there, you pull the yellow one out. It's weird how it's called
ready.
So fast.
It's called ready golf.
It's called ready golf. No strokes incurred. That's a big rule for us. No gimme par putts. This is something me and Chris clashed over many years ago.
Yeah.
and I have followed suit.
We have to do
it. Makes sense.
That's where the competition comes in.
Yes.
Because we're letting stuff go. We're letting stuff go, but you gotta you drive for show, you putt for dough, baby.
Yeah,
and that's
why Joey's broke.
And that's why I always lose in these betting competitions, because I could bomb it and then.
Yep.
But my God, what a show.
What a show. We do play a footage game. It's about putting distance. So no matter how bad you are, how long it takes you to get to the green, if you can putt for any type of distance outside of 3 feet, you get footage. It accumulates over. So it's another mini game we like to play. Mm-hmm. Also, drink of choice, boys. What is it?
Fireball.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I blew that. I'm like almost preferably like nuclear hot fireball that's been sitting in my bag. And well, how long now?
Just an assault on your taste buds.
How long has that been? I think that's been in there for probably close to a decade.
Yeah.
At this point. Yeah.
Lukewarm, steaming hot, or a plus aged fireball is the drink of choice for the Juice Boys show.
It has to be crusty when you turn.
Yes.
we had to really get after it the one time. So listener, this is all from when old Third Turd McCoy was getting ready to get married.
That's right.
Obviously his wife had a bridal shower, and so the three of us plus our father-in-law decided to have ourselves a dude shower. Mm-hmm. Where we played 18 holes of golf and got schnockered drunk.
It was, when I said it was hot, I mean, it was actually hot.
It was like, low 90s, mid 90s, something like that. And Joey had just dug his golf bag out of his garage for the first time in 3 years. And we found a bottle of Fireball in the bottom of that. Yeah. And it required like, just about a pipe wrench to get it open. Dude, how crusty it was at the top. But my God, we found the bottom of it.
And now we buy 12-pack of shooters at every round.
That's right.
Make sure we let the sun hit it. We go from there. Another one we've developed is any given hole. If your cart partner loses a ball, and then you proceed to also lose a ball, you can make eye contact and say very little, and they wipe each other out. So you both drop. An agreement has been made. That's no strokes. Yeah. That's a big one.
You don't announce it because that's
no. It's only cart partner.
It's said out loud, then it's real.
Yeah, it's only your cart partner. So if me and Joey are playing, me and Joey have the agreement. We can't. Right. Me and Chris can't make this agreement. So that's where we're at with that one. And then also, father-in-law always buys drinks at the end of the round. That was
absolutely. That's a hard set rule. Everything else is flexible.
Yep. And then get the very last one is if you do play with a father-in-law, you have to do a Happy Gilmore.
At least once.
Yeah. Fathers-in-law are older. They may break a hip, make a knee. Who knows? But it's fun.
That's part of the risk of playing with us. You got to know that when you sign up.
Yes.
You got to know you're drinking hot Fireball, and you got to know that we are going to be very, very rigorous on the green, and then nothing else.
Okay. Anything leading up to the green is just a circus.
Just get there. Drink always be. Oh yeah, Chris had one.
So there's always somebody who's running behind. Someone always winds up hitting the parking lot right at tee time. Mm-hmm. Just go ahead and pay for that guy. Just pay for him. You know he's on his way. You know that he's going to be playing with fire when it comes to is he here in time or not, technically speaking. Drive directly to his car, throw the golf bag in the back of the cart, let him put on his one single cleat in the cart, pay to the first tee box you go.
Why don't you guys just name it the Joey rule?
Yeah, it's the Joey.
All right, just name it what it is. All right, I don't have golf cleats. I come out there and like my cons. It's just like all right.
We've seen multiple times Joey sprinting across grass to get to a tee box.
Jesus, I'm here. No, it's like Joey, you need the driving range?
No. Joey takes one swing and
why would I do that?
Yep. So.
It's only going to make things worse.
The official Juice Boy rules of golf. Take that, run with it, your boys, the sports morons, developed over many, many rounds of drinking and losing and yelling and club throwing and
fun
arguing.
This is about fun.
It is.
Yeah.
No one here is going pro.
Yeah.
We're having fun.
Maybe live. Who knows?
Yeah, Cody's going for that Saudi money.
Let's jump into the sports docket. Send in your friend golf rules, too. We'll read them on the show. We'll keep developing the Juice Boy golf rule book. So let's hop into the sports docket. What do we got? NBA playoffs. The Nuggets have sent LeBron's ass home. I was so excited. We talked about the series starting last week, and now it's a week later and it's over,
done.
which makes me so happy.
It's over.
Any thoughts on Nuggets sending the Lakers home? The Nuggets now play Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves in the next round. Jamal Murray's a dude, guys. He's a dude.
He's a dude, and I'm still terrified. Anthony Edwards, he is the dude. I mean, Jamal Murray is not his normal playoff self right now.
But what you talk about? You had 2-game winners. He had 32 points.
He did,
last night.
but he's been Jamal Murray. He's been playoff Jamal Murray only for the fourth quarter so far.
That's all we need it for.
Who gives a shit? The Nuggets need him all 4 quarters. There's no reason that the Lakers
starting now.
Yeah, starting
it's
now.
It's time to take it seriously.
It's time to
You're done being the Lakers' daddy. Now it's time to get your head in the game.
It's just I hate the Lakers so much, and I hate this like that. Even at this point, if they lose to Minnesota, I think this is not a failure of a season, just because I hate the Lakers that much, and losing to them in LA did suck. I wanted the sweep so bad, but just looking back at that game and looking back at this series, I think the Nuggets have just proved once again that they are the best team in basketball. And I know that the Minnesota is scary, but LA was up at halftime every single game.
Yes.
Yeah. And 5-0 in the first half.
And the way that the Nuggets just don't get rattled, they don't get in foul trouble, even though the Lakers had 30 free throws to the Nuggets 9 last night. And then just a little side
damn
note
refs.
Here. Side note
Oh
here.
my God.
LeBron, the LeBron-led Lakers this season had over 1,000 free throws. The next closest team had in the 600s.
NBA's got a problem, dude.
This is just
that sounds about right.
absolutely absurd. And the game last night, just watching LeBron just charge like a bull straight into people and then just get fouled. It's just the most. It's so infuriating.
Travel means nothing.
It's so infuriating because that's all he's got now. I mean, he did play well. I can't say he didn't, but that's his main thing is like taking over the game. It isn't like dribbling and getting space. It's I'm going to run right into you and go to the foul line. It's the same thing that freaking Joel Embiid and James Harden do. I hate that basketball. I hate it. How many free throws Jokic had last night? 0. He did not go to the line.
The 2-time, got to be 3-time MVP, can't get an MVP call?
Didn't go to the line. And on the one that he did get fouled on, where it was a block, but then he followed through and smacked him square in the face, they reviewed it, they challenged it, and then they called it. They called it a block. I was like, what the hell? You were mugging him and smacked him in the face. But it's just like I'm so happy that series is over, and they embarrassed the Lakers because up by 22 or 21 points. Up by the lowest amount that they were up in this series was 9. All right, and they lost every single game. Oh my God, I'm sorry, besides one. But I mean, like that is freaking awesome. And I love the Nuggets. Jamal Murray. It doesn't matter like what he does in the regular season. He is a playoff legend. And they're talking on the radio today is like, is he gonna be a statue guy? Is Jamal Murray going to be a statue guy?
If he sticks around his whole career, I'd say.
I would love to see that. I mean, how much he respects Michael Malone. How much he loves playing with Jokic. How much those two have just a great rapport. Jokic always believes in him when he was ice cold. He talked about it in the post game after that first game winner. He's like, I went to the guys and was saying, how do I help you? What can I do? And Jokic just said, just keep shooting the ball. They're going to start falling. Just keep shooting the ball. Just trust yourself. We trust you. And meanwhile, Anthony Davis is in the middle of, throwing a fit and storming off in the middle of his presser. So,
Awesome. What did we talk about, Chris? Is Anthony Davis the most overperform? What did we say? He's the most
overrated underperformer.
Yes, that's it. Overrated underperformer I've ever seen. Good numbers, plays defense,
insane stats. Like
always.
Is capable of just he's unstoppable. He's so good.
And
he's
never that guy who just digs deep and says, "I'm going to take over this game and just will my team to a victory." Like
I've never seen him do that.
He just keeps looking at 39-year-old LeBron to do it. It's like, bro, I'm trying to hand you the reins to this whole organization here.
It's like Anthony Davis, when it's in clutch time, you need to do something more than rebound and alley-oop.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Darvin Ham is just like, all right, well, time to brush up my resume.
Yeah, right. I don't know if Jamal Murray is statue material. Maybe AI statue size?
They were saying he might
Maybe?
get. They might if they continue on and they win another ship, they might get like a joint statue of him and.
I would love it.
Like Jokic
that'd be cool.
Jokic and Jamal.
I'm actually okay with them losing in LA because they were going to fly back to Denver anyway. Instead of having that long of a full week almost off of practice now. Instead of a practice, they had a game, stayed tight. You know, they were just jacking around. They also were shooting in flip-flops.
And they still won. And that just makes it so much more awesome for all the Lakers fans that are devastated.
Also, the Suns season is over.
Thank God.
The dream team that was assembled of Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker.
How'd that go?
What they did, the play-in? Or they played in the play-in?
No, they were the 6 seeds, 3-6.
That's right. The 6 seed. And
how'd that series go?
Not good for them. Really easily.
Sweep. Yeah. Anthony Edwards is the dude. As Chris said, he is the man.
He's
and
so
they're actually talking about like this Olympics might be like his Jordan moment where he like actually takes over, because like
I hope so.
he is that competitive. He is a good defender. He can shoot, he can dunk, he can do everything. He just needs to get a little bit better. And so he seems like and he's young as hell.
He's 22.
He's 22 years old. Oh my God, he's 22 years old. I mean, this kid is a freak, and I love it when he's going in there and doing the DX, the Generation X slap.
I feel like I'm back in middle school.
Right back at KD. Now they got to be teammates. They're going to be teammates this summer. This is supposed to be the swan song for LeBron and KD and Steph. Anthony Edwards is going to freaking take over, and he's going to show everybody this is his league, dude. He is.
Is Durant?
I'm worried. I am worried about this next series because of him, but yeah, I'm excited.
I was going to say, is Durant washed up? Was this kind of his last? He's now what? He's 35, 36? Is he going in?
Yeah, 36, 37.
He's like my age, 35, 36.
Yeah.
Don't tell him your age. We're young and beautiful.
I'm 18. Obviously.
Drinking his whiskey straight.
I just have Benjamin Button.
That's right.
So, yeah.
But yeah, the Suns' most disappointing super team in the last 5 years? Got to be, right?
No, the Nets.
No, the Nets.
They can't be the Nets, and both of them had Kevin Durant.
But KD is the point of.
So KD is
the point of consistency
the problem.
there.
It's not Kyrie, because look at Kyrie now with Luka. They're rolling. Right? It's not. Look at James Harden in LA.
How's
with
Ben
the
Simmons doing? Is he still alive? Has anybody checked his pulse recently?
Yeah,
he has one more year on his contract. He's going to get 40 mil. I don't know who's going to sign him again.
It's just like, I'm not going to play.
No, not at all.
Why play?
Why are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Jumping into this more of a business one where we try to be intelligent, smart around here every once in a while. NBC is prepping a $2.5 billion offer to take NBA rights away from TNT. For our younger thousands of listeners. NBC had the NBA rights during the Jordan years. They gave up rights in 2002 when the NBA didn't know how to function without said Michael Jordan.
That's right.
And so TNT bought it. That's when they hired Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet, Ernie Smith. Later came Shaq. Just general thoughts of that. I think they're doubling what TNT last paid for the NBA. So does the TNT team have to just shell out $2.6 billion? This is big.
Fathom the decision making that goes into this. Like how do you compartmentalize that amount of money and feel like you're making a decision based off of anything other than an educated guess on where you think the NBA is going to continue being? And meanwhile, it's not really growing viewership wise at the same rate as like the NFL, as college football. Like
it's just not as likable.
They've kind of killed their regular season too. Like they did the end season tournaments to save that, but players really don't care until December, and then even they really don't care until after the All-Star. It's like levels of don't care.
I don't care about who is broadcasting the sport as long as it is accessible. And right now I guess I do care for like their broadcasting teams and who they put it together, because right now with TNT, they have the best show in all of sports, like all of sports talk,
award winning, or
whatever you call it, like whatever, like the pregame show, the analysis show, and any of that. Inside the NBA is by far the best. Those four guys are absolutely hysterical. If they break that up, that is That's insane.
Oh yeah,
that is insane. So if NBC is going to do this, it has to be on 2 terms. The first term and most important term, and they have to bring back round ball rock. John Tesh has to resell that because that is the staple of NBC basketball.
Okay, what's your number 2? That is.
And it has to come back. All right.
Let him sing.
Yeah. All right. Like I'm joking. Now,
and what's number 2? There is a right one for number 2. What is it?
Number 2 is they have to sign those 4 guys. And that would be absolutely monumental amounts of money. Ernie Johnson has been there for like 40 years, forever. You know, and so all them, they just signed that money to Charles. But what the hell would Charles Barkley do if they don't have basketball?
$100 million 10-year. Yeah.
So NBC's gonna have to shell it out. I hope it doesn't happen.
Or does TNT just have to give the bank over to keep that, no matter what it costs?
I do want Round Ball Rock back, though.
I love Round Ball Rock, and you'd have to get Ahmad Rashad back. There's no NBC basketball.
I mean, I guess Bob Costas is still out there with his dyed hair and his glowing red eyes. That was hilarious.
You got to get Kevin Harlan.
Bob Costas taking strays, man.
Yeah,
oh my God.
But when Bob Costas had pink eye during the Olympics, he's like, I'm going to be out here trying, and his eyes are
he's out here trying his best. And Joey's like, absolutely fucking not.
I was going to say, he tried his darndest, guys. But yeah,
he gave it his all, man.
But it was like disgusting to watch. Like, Jesus, guy. Like, you can't.
Oh, it was alarming. Yeah,
Bob?
It was very gross.
Can you see, Bob? Yeah. That'll be exciting to follow. And then last but not least, guys, this is a podcast by Sports Morons for Sports Morons.
Ooh.
There's nothing more sports morony than talking about how your team did in the NFL draft.
That's right.
Patriots took old Drake May. Broncos got their boy Bo Nix. Chiefs traded up and got the fastest guy in the draft. Atlanta did something weird.
Atlanta.
I don't know what to say.
Atlanta things.
Yeah.
Atlanta did something.
Let me open the floor. NFL draft is over. Grades are coming out. What do we think?
Wait a minute. Let me pose the question to you all. Is it a bigger slap in the face for Atlanta to go and pay Kirk Cousins $180 million to then turn right around and immediately draft his replacement? Or is it a bigger telling him? Or is it a bigger slap in the face when the Packers drafted Jordan Love instead of a wide receiver when Aaron Rodgers was still looking like the dude?
Ooh, good question. I think Aaron Rodgers actually is more of a slap in the face because he was there.
I disagree.
He was there for so long, and they never drafted a first-round weapon for him in his entire career. He never had one. And the only first-round draft pick that he ever threw a touchdown to as a Packer was to Mercedes Lewis, and he was a first-round draft pick from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah,
not even the Packers. Even Devontae was a second-round pick. But this one with Kirk Cousins, bro. That is crazy. It's crazy.
It's hilarious.
It's crazy. They're out $100 million guaranteed.
Yep.
Guaranteed $100 million right there. And, they're like, we're looking for the future. It's like, but with Kirk Cousins and the offense you have, you guys could be contenders now. You play in arguably the worst division in football. And so it's just like you could dominate now, and that's why you got Kirk Cousins. I know Michael Penis is going to be good, all right, but he's not like. But I think taking him right there when you just signed that, I think that's insane. That's insane.
Did you all see the video of the GM trying to explain the pick to the owner afterward?
Yeah, Arthur Blank was like pissed. He was dumbfounded.
Yeah. He's like, you guys just sold me.
Just sold out $100 million
because you guys told me to. You guys sold me on.
We're going for the Packer model. It's like, no, nobody can do the Packer model besides the Packers because no one has ever been that freaking lucky.
Aaron Rodgers knew that was the process for the Packers, that they're going to draft someone a few years to replace him. Okay, Kirk Cousins showed up 30 seconds ago. He owes nothing to the Hawks. The Hawks owe nothing to him. How does it look when you sign the contract and then immediately, like Rodgers was expecting it at least? Yes, he got shafted.
The Falcons nicknamed the Hawks?
They are now.
I say, damn it. It's another bird. The Falcons.
Like, okay,
they're no one owes anything.
Bird team. Duh.
Damn. Yeah. Penix is 24. So by the time he gets a shot, he's 27. He's not like a 21. Zach Wilson's just now 22.
That wasn't that far off from Rodgers either, though. because Rodgers did the full 4 years at Berkeley and all that, and so he was pretty old coming out of it too. But Penix is old. All right, so going on to the other storylines, I'm pissed about Drake May. I really wanted Jaden Daniels. I really did. I texted you guys. There's only one thing to say about Drake May, and it's just vanilla paste white bread. That's all it is. That was just a vanilla paste white bread pick. They might as well have just redrafted Mac Jones.
Pretty much.
So it's just now if he wins, I'm going to love him.
Well, that's a sports moron comment.
Yeah, it is. If he wins, then I'm going to be rocking a Drake May jersey. But right now I am just. This is just. I thought that Gerard Mayo coming in was going to shake some stuff up. I thought they should have traded down. Tried.
I was with you. Yeah, go get some.
Tried with Jacoby Brissett this season. And then just go build up the team because they are terrible. Their team is terrible. So they need weapons. They need something, and they don't need Drake May, who I don't.
But he has no weapons to even throw to.
Demario Douglas is his best wide receiver.
Yeah. And you're putting him in a poor spot, just like you put Mac Jones in a poor spot. Yeah, trade down.
Henry.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Oh, we got Hunter Henry, who re-signed, I think, right? He's the one guy they've re-signed.
But rest assured, Drake May, all it takes for Joey to go from hating on you to loving you to calling you a potential offensive juggernaut is 2 halfway decent games to start the season. That's it. You don't even have to win them.
First game.
You don't have to win them. Just have decent stats. Yeah. And Joey is all in.
Chris, we'll give you the Bo Nix thought. Did they overreach? Was it the pick? What did they think?
I'm happy with it. I think had they made that choice without Penix off the board, then it would have been a reach. But given the fire sale on quarterbacks and the fact that
he was last,
Bo
right?
Nix,
he was last.
Yeah, Bo Nix was kind of the last arguable first round quarterback still left on the board. You've got the Raiders right behind you. I think it was the right call. I'm not going to sit here and play, computer chair prognosticator, but
wording.
But I like Bo Nix. I think he's a good fit for Sean Payton. I think
Sean Payton thinks he's a good fit for Sean Payton.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
I think that the Broncos have more component pieces in place than at least the Patriots at present.
Yes.
And so I think he'd give it a try. I like him. I like the pick. And I like that they also went out and drafted his teammate, the wide receiver,
Franklin.
and I think the third round, fourth round.
Yep.
Yeah, I think third.
And so I think that it was a smart draft. We'll see where the chips fall, but I'm content right now. I'm happy about it.
Yeah. Obviously, like what Sean Payton said was there's obviously a clear cut top 2 with Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. But then he said after going to Bo Nix's workout, he said he watched him and he said he threw like 12 throws. Then he turned around and Sean Payton's such an asshole. They said they said he had a smirk on his face and he said, "I've seen enough." And he was in love with Bo Nix. So that's the report in Denver. That's what they're saying on the radios.
Yeah, that's exactly the.
What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to?
That Sean Payton's PR guy made sure got leaked to the media. I've seen enough.
Aaron Rodgers. And then the Bills guys trade it with the Chiefs to get the fastest guy in history.
What are the Bills doing?
What are the Bills
doing?
What are they
doing? Why would you ever trade anything with the rival? Why would you ever?
And for those that don't know, the Bills traded with the Chiefs for the Chiefs to get a guy named Patrick Mahomes. So everyone, Buffalo's like, oh my gosh, are we giving him Tyreek Hill 2.0?
This kid's good. He's really, really good, and he's so fast. But he's like, all right. So they were saying that there's been players like in the past, like John Ross. That came in. They were just speedsters. Now, like these were track stars that played wide receiver. This guy's a wide receiver who can run track. It's like, oh shit, like that sucks.
That's not fun.
Of course, he goes to the Chiefs. Damn it.
The draft is over, guys. For the Sports Dog and Music Break. All right, my dudes, we're so back. Squeeze of the week for all of our new listeners. This is our most outlandish takes that sometimes we, the boys, have them. I have one today, and sometimes people submit them. Today, Lil Juice is back.
Lil Juice is back.
Little Chase McCoy,
How
little
many
brother.
Chase? How many?
Little brother of the program. I don't know if we're going to disagree, but I like where he was going. He says team hopping doesn't work and will never work. Super team, the era of the super team is dead.
Love it. All right, he's done. Thank you, Chase.
Oh, you're good. Okay,
I agree. I agree. Thank you.
Okay, that's the whole. Okay, we're moving on.
He said, take away the Celtics' big three, anything involving LeBron and the KD Warriors, and you see super teams have never really worked in the last 20 years.
Besides the 2 championships the KD Warriors won.
Yeah, but they did win rings before KD came.
Well, those don't count. It's bullshit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That you don't need a super team to win rings.
They count for Steph. They don't count for KD. It's stupid. Even though he won Finals MVP both times.
Yeah, the Nuggets won a ring without it. Giannis won a ring without a super team. Pistons from 2004 had a hell of a team. Drafted and got all those guys.
Arguably the best team, collection team, in modern history. Like they didn't have a superstar.
Well, the Spurs had their big three, but
they had superstars, dude. They had superstars. They had Duncan's a superstar. Kawhi was a superstar. It's just I guess Chauncey Billups is a Hall of Famer now. But I mean, the rest of that team,
Manu Ginobili,
superstar.
Manu,
he's a Hall of Famer, but superstar.
Absolutely,
I don't know. Okay.
Superstar in only my own mind.
Okay,
I just wanted to show off that I remembered that name.
He sent the Nets with Harden, Kyrie, and KD imploded. Chase sent the OKC, the Nuggets, the Celtics. Now they've all homegrown their team and their roster. Right. And look at them now. So he's saying it's over. Super team should be dead. LeBron came and went, ruined it. And now we're getting back to real basketball, I think is what
soiled it.
Yeah.
He soiled it.
Not really pulpy, but
there's no pulp in that. We sifted it, and that's skim milk. That's going through the sieve like nothing.
That is smooth, baby. That's smooth juice.
That is what's what we call a soft serve take.
Soft serve. Wow. Developing new terms on the fly.
And then who else? Oh, Kawhi won a ring. They didn't have a super team at all. That was like Lowry and Kawhi and with the
Pascal Siakam. That was a great team.
Homegrown, and then you maybe add a star. I really think the Jordan, Pippen. You got 2 guys. You have a third kind of star-ish with Rodman. That's it. The Kobe and Shaq, Jokic and Murray. If you can get 2 studs and build around it.
You could say Rodman was like a star, yes, but Rodman was a piece player. He went in there and said, "Your job is rebounding and defense.
Don't shoot."
And I love this stat where he went 4 games.
Think about it.
4 games in a row with 20 rebounds and 0 points. Over 20 rebounds and 0 points. This is that is your job. Be the best rebounder of all time, which in my opinion he is. Dennis Rodman is the best rebounder of all time, and that's it. So you could say he's a star because he was, but he's not like your stereotypical superstar. He was a role. And again, that was his job, and that's why he worked so well for that team.
And it was Tony Parker and Tim Duncan, but you had Manu coming off the bench. So everyone knew the roles. Dude. If you could have
Bruce
a third
Bowen, Bruce Bowen was the lockdown defender. He was the starter. He averaged 6 points a game, but
sat in the corner.
Yep.
I just think that the big 3 is a concept that you're not going to get rid of in basketball, and so you're going to see teams that have a little bit of depth and plenty of cash throw money at people that are later in their careers who are trying to make one last big push. All of a sudden, a big 3 pops up, and every now and again it winds up winning. And every single time that winds up happening, you're going to see every single talking head on the planet going, is the big 3 back? Is this the future? Have they figured out? Have they cracked the code once again?
Stephen A. No, you said it wrong. The big 3 is back. The big 3 is back.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And so I think that it's a concept. I think it's an approach that is now part of the NBA. I think that we're going to keep seeing it. And I think it's going to happen every now and again to where, some team's big 3 is going to make it to the finals or win a championship. And that's going to be the entire talking point. But,
so it's not sustainable is where you're going. You may get one in there.
I don't see that being kind of the dominant approach like it was, 15 years ago, 10 years ago.
Oh, remember the Lakers super team of all the geriatric fucks who?
Yeah,
was it Russell Westbrook, Melo, LeBron? Who else is on that?
Oh, I thought you were talking
Dwight Howard, wasn't he?
Dwight Howard. No, it was 2 super teams ago for the Lakers. They tried to get all the geriatric.
Carmelo. Yeah, you said I thought you were going to talk about the first geriatric super team they had when they still had Shaq and Kobe, and they brought in Karl Malone and Gary Payton, and that was the team. That was the team that got. No, they did make the finals.
Yeah,
in their defense, they did make the finals, and it was kind of sad that Karl Malone and Gary Payton never got a championship. Although Karl Malone's a piece of shit, so fuck him. But
Thanks,
it was
Carl.
a bummer.
Wow.
But it was a bummer.
Joey's
that Gary,
arguing with himself.
All right, guys, my turn. We got a double dose of McCoy squeezes. Watch out.
my dude.
A lot of pulp.
Okay.
It's been a while for me, but I don't know if you guys can.
The first one was pulp free, so you're gonna have to really deliver.
Soft serve.
I don't know if I'm that much more pulpy because we've kind of talked about it. I'm so sick of the documentary era that we're in. I'm over it. Let's stop all of it. You want to know who has a documentary? Giannis. He's like not even 30.
Yeah, I know.
Messi has a documentary. He ain't retired yet. Jason Kelsey had one during him playing. J.R. Smith has one. Why does J.R. Smith have a documentary?
The most deserving.
Who else? The Patriots came out with one 5 seconds after the era ended. Like, let it breathe. Let it seep for a second. Jeez. I'm so over the generation. What it used to be. Last Dance is what? 20 years? 25 years?
Ago?
Something like that? Yeah,
30.
and then The Last Dance came out. Yeah, like let it breathe for a generation. The 30 for 30 stuff was old stories.
But they were amazing, and that's what
So you can make money right now. Why wait when you can make money right now?
Stupid.
Dude, I know, but the thing, you say it's so stupid, but occasionally some really good ones come out. So I don't want it to end because occasionally some really good ones come out. But you know, when you're talking about like the oversaturation of this market, I think this is going to be the downfall of Robert Kraft. I think that the dynasty this put out, the players hated it. He trashed Bill Belichick, and it's just like he forced it down the neck, like and studios like dumped it, and so he had to produce it himself.
Yeah,
I think people are getting too sucked into it, and like I just said, like I happily agree with you because I like watching them. I said, but I think. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. And everybody wants to be The Last Dance and OJ Made in America because those two won. Yeah, they're absolutely incredible. And they just got everybody like enraptured. But that was also during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And so we had nothing else to do.
Yeah, all anybody was doing was sitting in and watching documentaries.
We got so excited. I remember the three of us were texting about the Last Dance. Like, it's anticipating that coming out on Sunday night.
I've never been so excited for something in my life. I was crying multiple episodes. But they have the F1 series on Netflix, the quarterback, the NASCAR. I think they're doing a baseball. They're going to do full swing. Season 2. Like they're just diluting it, and it's all a year behind. There's no real story. It's just I'm so sick of it.
I know you're sick of it, but I don't want to watch
any of it because
I watch all of them. I watch Full Swing. I watch Drive to Survive. I watch like All or Nothing. You know, I have
not watched the NASCAR
Hard
one.
Knocks.
Like let it all
Bad
breathe.
Sport. Can we talk about Bad Sport? That's a great documentary. That is a ton of fun.
They're awesome. So yes, I agree with you, Cody, but I also like watching them. So I don't know how to stand on this.
Yeah, I think your host here, Cody. These documentaries are extremely cheap to produce and generate a ton of content. Like, you know, they wind up getting spliced up, passed around on social media. They sit on these platforms for years and years and years, getting however many watches that they do. It's just a way for these platforms to keep people interested. Yeah. I think you're going to find yourself being an old man, you know, shaking his fist.
Like, let it. The Redeem Team came out of the documentary. It's
I
like
don't
that
disagree.
just happened.
I just think you might want to get used to the fact that I think it's here to stay.
Can we get some like?
Hey, welcome to Wrexham's a big deal. It is. It's just transformed that team and that community. I don't know. I think Chris is right. It is definitely here to stay. So
at least the ones, because there's like Last Chance You, all these ones are fault, but the stories that like just happened, I don't need a documentary 14 minutes later. Maybe that's where I'm at.
That's exactly what Welcome to Wrexham is.
Okay, but then again, you're also going, but Full Swing is about last season's.
I don't like that, but it's like.
So you're like, I want it to be this same season, but also 20 years in the future.
No, just like let it happen. Like, let's make a Live PGA documentary in 20 years when the whole thing's ironed out. People can actually say what they want.
Trust me, they will go right back over all of this. That
no one can say anything that they want.
We'll probably be
we will have forgotten Full Swing by then. We'll have no memory, and it'll be all brand new.
At that point, when we have 10 million followers, you know, like in the Juice Boys, Juice Junkies are like an actual cult. Thank you, Juice Junkies.
We're definitely starting a
cult. Yeah, like it's going to happen sometime.
It's so cheap to make.
Tell your story from 3 years ago.
Yeah, you spend a few $1,000 hiring a crew to follow you around while you just talk about yourself, and then you go option it to Netflix for 10 times, 20 times, 30 times that amount. Like,
Yeah. And Netflix is like, you have an idea?
Cash grab.
You have an idea? Here's a blank. Like LeBron's going to do a Last Dance because he's not original. He's got to copy Mike. Like,
what's the Last Dance? What is his Last Dance?
He's just going to have someone follow him around his last year.
Let it be this year.
His will just be called The Stumble.
Oh,
it's just
Joe.
It's just him just like falling into not even gracefully into retirement.
Joey, if people like me and a little juice want to submit their squeeze of the week, how do they do so?
Well, listeners, friends, potential enemies,
lovers.
Oh,
we went in different directions.
Yeah,
That's
you guys
fine.
did.
Yeah.
You really did.
But I mean, they could be the same, But you can submit your most outlandish sports take by emailing us at juiceboyshow@gmail.com. That is juiceboyshow@gmail.com. Or send us a DM on Instagram at juiceboyshow. Little Juice can tell you how many S's there are. And if it has the pulp, I mean, we might need to retract this because that Little Juice did not have the pulp, but I dug it. But I like it. So if it has the pulp or we like it, then we'll read it on the show. I'm going to try to stay away. Outside.
Oh, it still gave out on you. I don't get why the microphone doesn't like
I don't know, man. That one didn't even turn a different color.
Or send us an audio message, too. We love
Yeah,
that.
you can do that. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Talk to us. We're lonely. Hello. What's up?
Who's sponsoring today's show, buddy?
Yeah, so dear Juice Junkies, I talked to my juicy co-hosts about this. I know you've come to expect stupidity and forced attempts at humor with these little ad breaks, but today's episode of the Juice Boys show is not being sponsored. Instead, I have a call to action for the Juice Junkies. So for those of you who know me personally, I'm proudly from Omaha, Nebraska. Still have a significant number of friends and loved ones back in Omaha. And this past Friday, Omaha was actually devastated by a massive wave of tornadoes, which ripped through a significant chunk of multiple Omaha suburbs. So I am here to humbly ask you, dear juicy listeners, to please reach deep, lend a helping hand to those affected by Friday's devastation. If you would like to donate and know exactly where your money is going, you can donate directly to a family in need. A dear friend of mine had a family member whose home was completely obliterated by the storm itself. Or if you would rather donate to just general relief funds, please visit our social media pages, both on TikTok and Instagram. You'll be able to find links to donate directly to that family or to a local relief fund in Omaha. I know the Juice Junkies are all amazing and wonderful people. I hope you will consider chipping in whatever you can to help this wonderful community of mine that is desperately trying to rebuild. Thank you all for listening. Thank you to anyone that donates. I promise to be back to the stupidity with ad break number 2 in this episode. But yeah, I just wanted to use this unique platform.
Support. Oh, yeah.
To just request that support.
Juice Junkies Unite.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Do the cons, Joe. Bring them together.
Assemble!
There it is.
All right, boys, our big starchy potato big guy. Kentucky Derby is here. The 150th running of the Kentucky Derby, the oldest continuous sports event in America.
That's right.
So, congratulations. The Juice Boys have all been named the best horse trainer in the country.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
Okay, you get to choose one non-professional jockey to race a horse. You also get to choose a horse that has run in the Kentucky Derby in the last 150 years. Funnier the name, the better, theoretically. But non-professional jockey is racing your 2 horses. I looked it up. What does it take to be a good horse jockey? Just so we're all on the same page. Discipline, determination, hard work, and competitiveness. That's a little vague. Personality traits necessary for a top athlete. To be a jockey, courage, strength, balance, lightning quick reflexes, and rapport with a 1,000-pound animal.
Oh, okay.
That's a very fancy way to say knows how to ride a horse. Like, oh, hey, don't forget, you have to know how to ride a horse.
So all the rhino tamers are just, they're going to apply, like, hey, you said 1,000-pound animal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Most jockeys are like, what, 5 foot to 5'4"? Yeah. Maybe $150 in weight. So
no, not even that. Not even that, dude. They said like on average like $118. Like these are like size 0 men.
All right, guys. So you have to choose your jockey, non-professional jockey, and the horse in which you are riding to the winner's circle. Joey, you get to start us off, my friend.
Oh, tell us about it.
I'm so happy that you let me start because I was really hoping that somebody would not take these 2 options.
Ooh.
And I'm usually pretty serious, but I think that if I had, the amount of money to buy a horse and to train a horse, I can name whatever I want. And I found this horse that has an outstanding name. They ran the Kentucky Derby, and I remember this actually because they came in 3rd place, I believe. And when they finished, they said, and in the show, or the place, whatever's the 3rd place, where's the beef? I was just saying, and where's the beef? Is down the main line, and where's the beef?
With no.
Whenever I think of little people, people that can do this, and people who are determined, people who are disciplined, people who have been able to prove to society they can stick it out for the long haul, I'm going with Danny DeVito. Because I want to hear
what
I want to hear. Danny DeVito coming down the straight line. Where's the beef? What?
Do the rest of us even bother answering? Joey just clearly got the question right.
Danny DeVito's writing "Where's the beef?"
Danny DeVito writing.
That's amazing.
I just want to hear those words. I just want to hear those words be said.
Oh my!
And I want to see Danny DeVito wearing the wreath of roses. And
he's 4'10". He's 4'10".
That's right. That's perfect jockey size.
But he's a round fella. You got to have a strong horse. He's round.
That's why he's riding Where's the Beef. All right. He's got to have something that's got some sustenance. And who better to ride Where's the Beef than Jersey Mike's spokesperson and all-around Sicilian Danny DeVito? Where's the beef?
Damn it, Joe. Yeah.
So first and foremost, I told you fellas that I remembered a horse with a funny name that stuck out to me.
Yep.
And so the horse that I'm racing is named Poto.
A lot of O's on that, right?
His name was supposed to be Pot, the number 8 O's. So potatoes. But the person in charge of the stable heard Pot 8 O's and wrote P-O-T and then 8 O's. So Poto.
No, he's confirmed.
The name of the horse.
Confirmed. Yep.
And Kevin Hart is riding him.
Oh, Kevin Hart is right.
Kevin Hart is riding him because all of those things you described, both a little person generally, but also very determined, very driven. But also we want to go with something hilarious that isn't Danny DeVito. I feel like Kevin Hart would take it seriously until the moment that the horse took off, and then just bedlam would erupt. And it would be amazing. And Poto would do his best.
It's funny. Guys, Kevin Hart's jacked. Like the dude is in great shape.
He is.
So he's got a lot better chance of staying on that horse than Danny DeVito. But
this horse won over 25 races. You got a goat horse over here.
Let's go.
He was also he's an 18th century thoroughbred, so they ran that poor horse ragged. There was no safety, nothing with that. They ran that thing to the ground. I went a little different. I went with more size. Okay. Professional athlete.
Okay.
He's considered the shortest player in NFL history.
Oh,
okay. Going Jack Soupy Shapiro.
Wow, tell me about Soupy.
You want to know about Soupy?
Yeah.
5'1", 119 pounds. That is jockey status. That is a jockey status. Fella. He played for the, guess it, Staten Island Stapletons in 1929.
Okay.
Obviously.
And he played one game, but that means he's a professional athlete. He was a blocking back. I don't know why he was who the hell is he blocking at 5'1", 119?
Taking out knees, bro. Yeah,
I guess at that point you could take out knees. So
there were no rules. You could bring a shiv onto the field and start cutting people.
Yes. So I think he's got some competitiveness. He's got the perfect size. And you know what the horse he's riding, guys? The 1916 favorite, the Cock. So old Soupy Shapiro riding the Cock, baby. He's riding the Cock all the way to Victory Lane in that bed of roses.
Soupy Shapiro.
riding the Cock.
The Cock.
The Cock only managed to place 6th in the 1916 Derby, probably because he had to lug around the extra weight. Is kind of the joke. That he's slowed him down there. But I think Soupy Shapiro is my guy riding the Cock all the way home.
Oh, that is outstanding.
Beat it, Joe.
Soupy Shapiro. Okay.
Beautiful.
Old Soupy.
Beautiful.
All right.
So soupy.
So this is just going to be an absolute shit show. I'm taking Haley Joel Osment. Okay, Haley Joel Osment.
Why?
He's 5'4". You know, and when you're talking about somebody who has a rapport with animals, you know, I just feel like he would. You know, he's got a kind of face.
Based on
that's
zero
all
fact
process. I found a small person, and my thought is, I bet he's good with animals.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I think he would be. He was in that movie Secondhand Lions, you know, and so it's just like it's not like I don't know if there were lions in that movie, but I assume there was. And so he's got. Have
you seen the movie?
Oh. Yeah, but I have not.
Well,
I have not. I know that he was in
you
the
assume they're
and
in the movie.
I just wanted to pick him because we're talking about resilience. This guy has had a kind of a resurgence in his career, and he's actually pretty hilarious, and he's extraordinarily fat now. So I think that would be really, really, really funny just to see him going out there. And I found the perfect horse for him to ride. The horse's name is Big Truck. All right, big truck, raced in the 2016 Kentucky Derby. So I want to Haley, big old fat Haley Joel Osment is running down on Big Truck. All right.
Oh my gosh. This is too
This
good.
potato makes no sense whatsoever. I love it.
Hey, well, you're going to the top with these horses. You paid a lot of money to train these horses.
It can't be called Big Truck and suck. Yeah,
that's true.
Truck.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're in the middle of the potato, and I chose potatoes as my first horse. So
That's
I'm
true.
in sync here, boys. So the horse that I'm going with is named Whykickamoocow. For no other reason than I think that's a fabulous name. And since Joey brought up heavyweights last week, we are now officially a mid-90s nostalgia podcast. And so I'm bringing in Rick Moranis and his shrink ray from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. We're shrinking down Nikola Jokic down to size to be able to ride Whykickamoocow and fulfill his horse racing dreams. Or we're leaving him at regular size, and hilarity will only ensue as his feet drag on the ground.
Yeah, he can't ride horses. You know, like he sits behind it in a little chariot. Whykickamoocow.
And Poto.
What a race team you're putting together there, Chris.
Oh, boys.
I better
race
I don't know if
team.
it'll beat Big Truck and Where's the Beef.
Pelletier Stables is getting this shit done.
I went with another short fella. The shortest player to ever play in the MLB. Okay.
Not Jose Altuve?
No. This guy was much shorter. He was, if you could even try, he is 3'7".
What?
And he weighs 60 pounds.
Oh, was this for the Giants? So this was like an actual like horrific like sideshow. Like, come see the
Joey, how do you know this?
Oh, because I remember this. Yeah, it's like come see the. Oh, I can't even.
Oh, his name is Eddie Goodell, Edward Carl Goodell, the smallest player to ever appear in Major League Baseball. I don't know. Different spelling. His MLB debut, August 19, 1951 for the St. Louis Browns. His last MLB appearance, August 19th, 1951 of the St. Louis Browns. His on-base percentage is 1,000. I think he walked on
that strike zone.
He's got a 4-inch strike zone.
Yeah, he walked on 4
Can't even
pitches.
fit a baseball in it.
My man is 3'7" and 60 pounds. And
Sent him on a steal.
he had a uniform number of 1/8.
So
I think this may have been to sell tickets.
This is so mean, dude.
St. Louis.
Give you that idea, McCoy.
The St. Louis Browns owner actually wrote a book in 1962, and he said he was, by golly, the best darn midget who ever played big league ball. He was the only one.
God.
It was in a man's book. It's a quote. I didn't say it. It was in the man's
You did just say it,
autobiography.
though.
And he's too small, so no skill. We're taping him to the horse. We have to. This guy has no skill.
Just like stapling them
but also
onto a horse.
But old Eddie here.
Don't discredit this guy. He was a Major League Baseball player.
You're right. Eddie had an official at bat. There's pictures and everything. It was a gimmick, but he had a real at bat in the major leagues. And the horse old Eddie is going to ride, of course, the 1996 horse Lewinsky.
Lewinsky.
Oh.
That is so mean, dude.
Shout out to our younger listeners.
So mean.
Who would like to explain who Lewinsky is from?
Joey does.
1996.
He's the history buff.
A poor staffer who got manipulated by sweet talking Bill.
Sexy
Unfortunately,
sax.
it is just involved a cigar and a blue dress, and it's not a memorable part of American history. It is very memorable, but it's not a notable part of it.
Not the classiest moment.
No, it's not classy. Thank you.
Part.
Yeah. And so 1996, this is when this happened. Bill Clinton was impeached.
Yep.
So this was a very timely.
Yes, and there was a horse
timely
in
name.
1996 after Monica Lewinsky.
Oh, can we have some honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions on who else we had? Any other horse names we like? Junk in the Trunk from 2000.
That was a real one. Junk in the Trunk. One of some of my favorites, Pure Homebrew. I thought that was absolutely hysterical. That was a real horse. Some other ones, Afternoon Delights, that came out in 1976 after Find My Baby Gonna Hold Her Tight.
We're a very Joey singing heavy.
Yeah.
I'm in a good mood, you guys.
2007 had Panty Raid. Love that.
Yeah.
That's not. I mean, that's a little dated for 2007. You know,
Yeah,
I thought
2000. What else we had? That's What She Said was 2007.
Guys.
That's hilarious because that was from The Office.
That was
What
from The
about
Office.
what about the horse who ran at Will Rogers Downs and Remington Park and won in June 2018? Bofa D's Nuts.
Oh God!
Of course. How could you forget the epic running?
I can't believe you guys didn't even think about that.
My favorite 1921 winner. I wanted to say Haley Joel Osment to write it, but couldn't say it. Black Servant.
You said it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Black
1921.
1921. Black Servant won the Kentucky Derby. Oh my God.
Oh my, that is so bad.
Oh my God. That's
Chris would like in 1901. There was one just named Bourbon.
There we go.
Just straight bourbon. Running down
the line.
Owned by George Dickel himself.
Oh God.
Who else? We had Riding Miss Day. Oh, No Suit for You, 1999. That was a horse name.
There
So
we go. How about Bodacious Tatas?
How do these qualify? Okay.
I have no idea.
You can name
I think
anything.
I think you can get away with anything that isn't like actively a swear word.
I mean, if it's even Black Servant made it. So
Lewinsky's brutal. Like that's just
Lewinsky
mean.
is-
That's just mean.
it's so bad.
All right, friends. After that bizarre but hilarious Otto. Remember, you can listen to the show on all major podcast networks and YouTube. Please consider following and rating the show and leave us a review. If you listen through Apple, we encourage you to follow our YouTube channel. And I just found out you can subscribe to Spotify as well. So
Hooray.
push that subscribe button on Spotify and YouTube.
Smash it.
It makes a cool little glowing thing.
39 episodes. Joey, did you just subscribe to our show?
Not yet. All right, but I will.
Okay.
All right, yeah. But I will.
I haven't either.
You're making us work for it.
I know, but the best way to spread the word, be a friend. Tell a friend about the podcast. We all love you. Cody.
That almost does it for us. We have Kentucky Derby picks brought to you by who? Christopher? And stat of the day. We got a two for it.
Yeah, all right. Well, today's picks and stat of the day are brought to you by your 2023 in-season tournament champion Los Angeles.
Oh, he did it to him. Oh,
yes.
He did it.
Here,
Hang a banner. Hang the
delicious
banner.
Juice junkies, the NBA playoffs are here, and the first round is just wrapping up. And sure, fans may have their eyes set on that beautiful hardware that comes with an NBA championship as given by the crypt keeper known as Adam Silver. But let's not forget that a banner has already been hung this season, and that banner was hung in honor of your 2023 in-season tournament champion Los Angeles Lakers. A team
Great job, boys.
who prides themselves on being the absolute best of the best for the first half of things. So whether that's winning a tournament halfway through the season or going 5-0 against the Nuggets in the first half of each of the first round games, your 2023 in-season tournament champion Los Angeles Lakers want you to know it's not how you finish, it's how you start. And sure, maybe you crashed and burned and talked shit about the refs rather than take any personal responsibility for your
free throw discrepancy. Holy shit. I mean, come on.
But hey, none of that matters because your 2023 in-season tournament champion Los Angeles Lakers are here to wrap themselves in that beautiful banner so tightly they can barely hear the boarding call for their flight to Cancun.
Oh, man.
Your 2023 in-season tournament champion Los Angeles Lakers here to remind you that finishing flat doesn't matter when you've got a participation trophy to keep you warm at night.
Wow.
Excellent.
Good hard money for that. Congratulations to
Way to go.
them. All right, guys. Like we said, our Kentucky Derby special show. Kentucky Derby 150th running will be on Saturday, I believe. Boys, let's make some horse picks.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Joey, you are the golf master, so obviously you get to pick your horse first. Here is the list and the odds. We'll go one horse. You don't get two horses, you get one horse. Who's your horse?
So, with me taking the first pick, with this being the oldest pastime in American history in sports, I'm taking the fourth best odds. Catching Freedom, baby.
Ooh,
Let's go, Catching Freedom. All right, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Any thoughts? Any insider info? Any expertise
Just straight
in the horse?
America. Straight America. Let's catch that freedom.
Joey says it so confidently that I believe him.
These colors don't run, baby.
Chris, who are you taking?
Man, I'm just going to go with the old Linehan route and go with the odds-on favorite and give me some fierceness. Let's go.
Fierceness. That's pretty sweet.
I like Mystic
Where's the
Dan
beef,
because
baby?
like it sets the bar so high with Mystic and then comes in with just like the most bland name. Mystic Dan.
Hey, your brother's name's Dan.
I know, and it's just a regular fella name. Like
Sure,
Mystic
absolutely.
makes me think that it's going to be like
Dan.
a wizard, but then it's just Dan.
All right. Well, I'm going to take 10-1 odds, just a touch.
Just
How many
Just a
times have you
touch.
said that to HR?
Just a
That's all it was.
nice and soft there.
Just a touch.
I like the way that horse runs around he's a mutter. His mutter was a mutter.
Awesome.
So mine was 8-1. Chris was 5-2, and
Yep.
Cody is 10-1. Let's see it, baby.
Just a touch. That'll do
Let's
it.
catch that
for
freedom.
Kentucky Derby picks, and let's wrap it up, boys. Stat of the day submitted by another
yeah.
little juice, man. He's just holding our whole show together.
Oh my God.
So
Thank
stuff. If you guys,
Juice.
you guys have been doing good about sending DMs about funny clips you guys want on the page. Again, this is your guys' show, your guys' podcast. Grow with us, laugh with us, send us what you want. All right, Little Juice sent it in. Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker of the Phx Suns just posted the worst plus-minus of any trio this postseason.
Oh, that's excellent.
That's three dudes. They're very good at basketball, and together,
Very selfish.
not so good. Not so
Very
good.
selfish.
What was their? They were minus what?
Oh,
How bad do you have to be on the floor together?
to be swept?
Also, does someone want to define? Yeah, to be swept. Who wants to explain plus minus to our?
Plus minus is when you were on the court, what is the point differential? So like for every minute that you were on the court, what was the like, so say if it was 10-6 when you were out there, you were on the 10 side, you had a +4 for that time because you were in there and they were at +4 for those minutes that you were in.
So how effective? And it can be negative. So you can be a minus, plus minus.
It works the exact
and that means
same.
you are not helping your team. Yeah, you're not coming. You're really hurting your team. So this trio of superstars had a minus what for the playoffs?
I'm gonna go -36.
I'm gonna really shoot for the moon here and go -50.
Christopher. Minus
No
51.
Shit.
Nice.
Oh my God, let's go. Let's go.
Shooting for the moon. You got it.
It still was under it. Like, not by a lot, but still underneath. Like, that's insane.
Bravo.
George Bailey.
When those three all-stars, you were not. Yeah, was that a George Bailey? Is that what I heard? Did I talk over a George Bailey reference?
Yeah, he's going to lasso that moon. Yeah.
Hold it down for you.
Oh my God.
Screwy, Clarence.
Now we do.
Screwy.
And now we do.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the show.
Wait,
what
now
were we
we're
talking
doing-
about? What are we doing?
And now we're doing imitations from 1930.
Oh, that was
1942.
I think it was 46, right after the war. Jesus, I don't know why I know that.
What's the movie name?
Keep moving. Oh my God, it was 1946.
What'd you say, Joe? No,
It was 1946.
Joey.
Nailed it. Wow.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
We are millennials with the brain capacity of 90-year-old men. Well, that'll do it for our show. If you needed It's a Wonderful Life reference, thanks for tuning in.
There it is. Your standard issue, early May, It's a Wonderful Life reference. Like you all
If you needed a
expected.
nice Jimmy Stewart, I didn't think we'd ever have two Jimmy Stewart references or imitations in our whole lifetime as a podcast. We got 2 in 2 seconds.
It happened.
Nice job, guys.
When one busts out, you got to go for another.
Episode 39 in the books. Guys, the big 40.
Let's burn down.
Love.
Cody's
We'll
house.
figure something out. But yeah, DM us. Oh, what? Love. We'll see you next week for episode 40. Pow.
Yeah, boys.